Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is TheBenjanator, and you are watching Let's Play the greatest game in the universe. So you'll see pretty soon. Once again, I've gone with a SquareSoft title. Let me just lower the master volume a little bit. This is Xenogears, my favorite JRPG of all time. So I'm really excited to do this one. I had sort of alluded to this in previous LPs as well. But this time, it is the real deal. So, I should mention, first of all, that in Saga Frontier, and especially Chrono Trigger, I really kind of focused especially on the gameplay elements, sort of completing all of the side quests, all that good stuff. And, you know, I'm going to be obviously trying to get as complete as possible with this game. But Xenogears is a very heavy story-based game. So I want you to keep that in mind. And so we're going to be probably looking at gameplay elements as well as story elements, just so you guys can kind of understand. So hold on, I don't want to spoil that aspect yet. You can see kind of on the text on the screen there. So let us begin. Let's begin this wondrous journey known as Xenogears. It's been a while since I've done a solo LP. Had a lot of changes, ended up moving across the country for a new job, which actually isn't turning out as well as I thought, but I thought that at least perhaps I would have some fun. So let's begin. We're going to watch this cutscene. Not going to talk too much during it. This game, by the way, was made in 1998. The credits kind of covered that as well, but I just wanted you to be aware. I'm doing a lot of games kind of around the same era, late 90s. That's going to change in the future, by the way. If you guys have been watching my co-op LP with Error Code, we've been doing Final Fantasy X, and that's been a lot of fun. Yeah, look at them graphics. Definitely a step up from Saga Frontier, I would say. No, and obviously Chrono Trigger as well. But anyway, let us watch.
Is an emergency. Level 1 alert.
Omega 1 restarting. Alpha 1 genome restructuring. Confirming exon replacement. Base code 85 million. 100 million. Its speed is overwhelming. Alpha 1 to raise your central. Access confirmed. Initializing fake net. Disconnected. Activating emergency shelter. Denied. Contamination is spreading widely. Captain.
Cut off the cables manually.
Roger. Activating self-destruct bolts. Confirming. No good, nothing happened. Omega 1, they are attacking. We can't stop them. 98% of our weapons have been taken over. The autopilot system Faust has been accessed, and its phase space logic is being rewritten. Ergo area is increasing. An internal plane is forming. Switching to space displacement mode. Alpha 1,
yeah, it doesn't look good.
Transfer of coordinate codes. Coordinates input, coordinate NX128, EZ061. The main planet.
Damn. So they're planning on attacking. Engine room. Activate the emergency sealing system. Engine room. Engine.
Oh shit. It says, ye shall be as gods on the screen there.
See that all civilians and passengers are safely transported to the escape shuttles. I will send a dispatch after evacuation is complete. I am evacuating the ship. All of you, evacuate now.
Evacuate the ship immediately. All passengers please board the shuttles in a calm and orderly fashion.
Tentacle porn, guys. Well, sort of. Yeah, that ship's done for. At least someone made it. Sans clothing, of course. There you go. Awesome intro. Don't expect it to make sense anytime soon. It's a prelude to the story, but there's going to be a lot of gaps. They're going to be needed to fill. Alright, so now we're going to get some exposition right here. This is a very text-based game, by the way, so you're going to have to kind of get used to this. If text-based games are not your thing, this is probably not for you, but... yeah, so basically... two empires or two superpowers are at war, Kislev and Ava. By the way, I believe that these are the names of months on the Hebrew calendar. I could be wrong about that. There's a lot of Judeo-Christian symbology in this game. So, blah blah, two wars between the two. Yeah, the Ethos, they're an interesting organization. Yeah, they kind of operate on a lot of different levels, actually. You'll see a lot more of them in this game. But the explanation for the time being is that they're an organization, they're kind of a historical society slash church slash excavation extraordinaire. Yep. Giant humanoid fighting machines. This is kind of a, it's sort of a machina-based game, so, again, something that you should be aware of. Lots of giant fighting robots. Aha. So I guess Kislev was kind of making gains, and then this guy named Geblar, or this organization called Geblar, showed up, and is helping out the other side. And the war continues. Not much has changed, huh? Uh-huh. Yep. So there we go. Advantage Ava. Yeah, I know it's like Ave or something, but I call it Ava. Meanwhile, in a village that has absolutely nothing to do with either one of these countries, stuff gets blown up. Yeah, that's kind of an RPG cliche. It's always starting out in some village in the remote outskirts of nowhere. Everything's on fire. By the way, soundtrack in this game, A+. Look at that robot. Oh, and that's a character we're going to be seeing quite a bit of. Faye is his name, not Fee. It's Faye. And that, of course, is the cue that you're going to get involved in a battle. But we're not going to fight just yet, as you'll see. Hiya! That's how Faye does it. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of... This is going to be like over 100 videos am I doing for this game, by the way. Just because of all the dialogue that's there. very story-based game. He doesn't want to lie down. Oh, this guy. That is Seitan Uzuki. Probably my favorite character in the game, as you'll see. Apparently fighting here is not a great idea. Woo! Yeah. He does that move a lot, by the way. Damn it! No! Alright, so... yeah, this is, that was kind of like, you know, one of those, in a lot of movies, they show you what happens later, and then they go back. It's a very common narrative trope to kind of get you into the action. There seems to be some kind of... oh, it's a Jackson Pollock painting. It really is a Jackson Pollock painting. And to his left, you got the his Bob Ross painting. So I guess Faye's an accomplished painter. There we go. Love this music, by the way. And unfortunately, you only get to hear it once, like, you know, in this particular town. Yep. Alright, it's break time. Woo! So now we finally get to move around. By the way, the R and the L buttons will rotate the camera. You hold down the circle button to run, and you can actually... Faye can actually jump pretty high. You hit the triangle button. And if you hit the square button, then you can finally get to the menu. So let me just explain this briefly. There are 3 equipment slots, or 4 I should say. You got your basic armor, you got your hat, you got your accessory, and you have a weapon. Well, actually, Faye doesn't have a weapon, but other characters do. Then you have abilities, and these are kind of gained by your standard, you know, you get enough EXP and you learn them. This is kind of his chi attack, or ether attack, magic-based attacks in the game. And death blows, which I'll be explaining a little bit later, are an integral part of this game too. Gear, we don't have one of those yet, although you can kind of see from the opening cutscene that you're going to eventually get one. Names of giant robots, by the way. Items, we have none at the moment. But, yeah, you kind of get the idea. You know, kind of the mechanics of this game are not super complicated, but in my opinion, they are quite excellent. So you can get an Aqua Soul here, and an Aqua Soul is your kind of basic... let me just show you. It's sort of your basic HP restorer, so we're getting kind of off to a nice, quick start, actually. This is not a game that requires a ton of explaining, which is cool. Oh, yes. I'm always looking well because I'm Faye. Oh, yeah. Yeah, so Faye kind of showed up at this village mysteriously, as she's explaining to you. Strange masked man. Oh, real father. We got some Star Wars stuff going on here already. I just watched that trilogy with my my mom and my stepdad actually the other day. That was kind of fun. So flashback already. So this is kind of a flashback within a flashback. Within a flashback, sort of. Okay, so this is the story of Faye. Chief Lee, who looks like, you know, any kind of stereotypical old man in an anime. There we go. So Faye obviously doesn't know who his parents are. He doesn't know what the deal is. So I guess we'll have to figure it out for ourselves. Oh yeah. Yeah, Faye's pretty fit. He's kind of a kung fu master, and you'll get to see him later on in battle. So yeah, it does do this kind of zoom thing whenever there's a transition between scenes, which I think is kind of cool. Yep. I am the grandson you never had. Oh, yep. Oh, by the way, you can stand on people's heads. And if they're not particularly important, you can still move around while they're talking, kind of like Chrono Trigger, so... Sorry, sir, you are not important. Oh, who's this guy? Well, he's obviously important. Timothy! It's not really Faye's house. He doesn't own it. He's just kind of staying here for free. The big day. What's going on tomorrow? Oh, wedding. Okay. That's kind of exciting. I thought maybe, like, Faye was gonna have some kind of, I don't know, induction ceremony into something. But I guess not. Thanks, guys. You know, thanks for not leaving me in a bloody mess to die of pneumonia outside. I appreciate that. Yeah, that kind of sucks. That would be really inconvenient to lose, you know, most of the memory of your life. By the way, Faye, I think, is supposed to be 18 or 19, so even though he looks like he's 36, he's not. Oh, yeah, so that's what I love about this game. It already kind of gets you involved with the characters. You know, it's not like with Chrono, where he's just some mysterious protagonist that doesn't talk. Faye's actually already got some depth to him. Got a backstory. Good stuff. Good stuff indeed. Mushy! Yep. I'm sorry if I'm going a little bit fast. You know, I went to grad school, and that endeavored me to read text pretty quickly. But, you know, I try to go at a decent space. Oh, gotta check on Alice. Oh yeah, I forget, you know, I kind of would like, I'm pretty sure there's some Wikia online or something to tell you about all these characters, but it's been a while, so. Alright. The ceremony is gonna be fantastic. I'm gonna be the flower girl. Well, that'd be really creepy if Faye was the flower girl. Alright, let's leave. Oh, look, who's this little guy? The guy's got like a receding hairline and he's like 8 years old. That's kind of depressing. Oh, Dan. You know, I would say that a name like Dan seems kind of generic, but for those of you who might know, there was an ancient Hebrew tribe in Israel, it was one of the 12 tribes of Israel, named Dan. So, you know, if you want to put it that way, it actually does have some religious significance, which is kind of cool. So, yeah, Dan is kind of a rude little dude. Yep, there he is. Dan does not like Timothy. It is quite sad. He's not pleased with this arrangement. So we already got some drama. Talk about it. This game's got everything. It's got backstory, it's got drama, it's got some good stuff. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, something secretive's going on. Wow, I can't imagine what kind of person, what kind of adult this Dan's gonna turn out to be. Hopefully he doesn't end up in a position of power. He's a would-be dictator, I'll tell you that. By the way, guys, if you're using a DualShock controller, unfortunately the joystick is not gonna work. You can only use the D-pad, which after a while can do a real number of your left thumb. But it's okay. It's all good. Alright. What's up with Dan? Yeah, that's kind of an unfortunate prospect, huh? Yep. Absolutely not. So let's see what Dan has to say. Dan, where are you? Well, actually, this might be a good chance to go on a break. Hold on, let me just show you. You can actually walk out of this village, by the way. So we'll go back in the next video, but I just kind of want to show you what the map screen looks like. So there we are. Yeah, there was a little bit of a hissing in my headphones, but anyway, so this is the map screen. It's playing a theme called Emotions, which is a great theme song, by the way. So anyway, guys, this is TheBenjanator. You're watching the very first episode of Let's Play Xenogears, and I will see you next time.